Today, I will discuss a proper way to create a pond, outlining the necessary steps and common pitfalls to avoid. Here are the two ponds I constructed in my garden. I reside in a small apartment complex where all ground level apartments have access to their own garden. The first pond located on the left was built a few years ago, while the one on the right was completed just a few months back. I faced numerous challenges during the construction of both ponds, and I will share valuable insights, including essential do's and don'ts for creating a pond suitable for fish, frogs, and other wildlife like ducks. When I started my research, I thought building a pond would be much simpler than it turned out to be. I chose not to use a plastic pond liner because I was unhappy with the outcome of a previous project involving a water lily. Moreover, I wanted a more durable solution. The cost of a pond beds already made for the size I desired seemed expensive. After spending many hours researching, I finally developed a clear plan for the steps involved in creating a pond. My ponds have irregular shapes, which made using a mesh challenging, but I highly recommend it nonetheless. This is the most difficult part, and you will need three times more sand than cement. And you should gradually add water while mixing continuously until it's ready. You can include Sika waterproofing liquid in this mixture, but ensure you use the correct amount based on the sand and cement quantities. Allow it to dry for 28 days and check for any cracks. If you find any, they need to be repaired. Initially, the cement may crack if not kept moist, but this can extend the drying time. Clean the pond bed of any dust, then apply a special non toxic pond paint known as epoxy paint, which comes in two containers. Mix half of each container for one layer. Avoid mixing all of it at once, as I did with my first pond, which led to using it all at once. I painted the ceramic tiles, but if the remaining paint is stored in a closed bucket, it may heat up and cause the lid to pop off, resulting in a mess. Wait for 2 weeks before adding water, and once you do, you'll need to drain it and refill it again before it's ready to use. For my second pond, I initially made several errors, wasting both time and money. I tried using self drying non toxic clay with ceramic tiles, which didn't work out. I ended up using the tiles as a base for the pond, and I added cement sand mixture on top of it. After completing the previous steps, I decided to use pool paint, thinking it would be fine since people can use it. However, this paint is not safe for ponds, so avoid it. I thought I could paint over it with epoxy paint, but later learned that I couldn't, so I had to remove it first. Removing this paint was very difficult. I used sandpaper and a metal brush. In the end, I had leftover paint that I wasn't prepared to use for anything else. My advice is to plan ahead for any leftover paint if you want to repurpose it to avoid the mess I created. I hope my experience is helpful to you. Good luck with your pond project and let me know how it turns out. Take care and see you in the next episode. Keep watching.